Global warming is a human rights issue, and every country deals with it in different ways. Today, we have the director of the UN Association in Iceland to tell us more about it.
My name is Vera Knúsdottir. I'm the director of the United Nations Association in Iceland. The United Nations associations have been established all over the world with the main goal of promoting the work of the UN. The Millennium Development Goals focused on narrowing the divide between the poorest countries and the richest countries. The Sustainable Development Goals take into all of these factors that were in the Millennium Development Goals, and then they elaborate on them and link them to the environment and climate change. Global warming has a much bigger impact on poorer communities. Poor communities lack resilience, infrastructure, adequate housing in order to withstand extreme weathers, flooding, and even droughts, because droughts can mean you have to go even further to collect your water. I always say that climate change is a human rights issue because it's a matter of your existence, and in human rights we have established that every person has the right to exist, and we have to make sure that everyone has a humane condition. And you also see choices when you are poor and you are trying to get your economy up, and you see this is where the money is, so you start deforestation in order to grow more food instead of thinking, okay, how can I use the land better to grow the food that is needed? And then you're endangering species like orangutans, that are really threatened by the palm oil industries. It's a human condition that we think bigger, more is better. Doesn't necessarily have to be so. We grow enough food in the world to feed everyone. We do. If we all wasted less food and we thought much more about our food consumption and thought more about buying locally. For example, in South America, where, you know, those that have stapled their diets on avocados can't afford to use them anymore because the demand for avocados has become so much. It's a very multifaceted, it's not just an environmental, it's also poverty, but this is why it is so important that we think about it in not in silos, but we think about it as one cohesive issue. We have to make sure that we build the resilience of the communities that are going to be the hardest and are already starting to be the hardest hit by climate change. The next wave of refugees, and we're already starting to see them, are from climate change refugees. And there's already fatigue in the West from receiving refugees. So if we don't take action now in order to fight climate change, we're going to see even more. Maybe rethink how we think about borders and movements of people and cultural acceptance. It's all about resources. I mean, how is it going to be now? It's going to be about water. Thinking about actions to take when it comes to Sustainable Development Goals, and especially thinking about the environment and climate change, is that we think globally and act locally. Because the contexts are so different between countries, but we can all operate in our own contexts on the local level, have a positive impact on our local communities that then reflects into the whole global and the cosmos, and in order to be agents of change. I call upon world leaders to listen to scientists, take the actions proposed by scientists when it comes to combating climate action. Listen to your young people. It's their future. You should care. Take action now.
Stay conscious and be cosmos.